Good morning. It's Thursday, November 30th, and things have been on fire. We've been on a roll. We're going to start quickly with a macro review again, as we usually do. TLT, that's the most important thing we're looking at because that's going to determine the direction of interest rates, and things are still looking good. I know we're down 0.7% this morning. There was some economic data out this morning, which was, I think it was the jobless claims that were in line. Continuing claims are a little higher than expected, and PCE was 3% versus 3.1%. So all in all, nothing to disrupt this rally. You can see TLT got to that gap area yesterday, broke through that gap area. And as long as we stay above the 20 DMA, I think we're in good shape. And it may be headed to the 200 DMA over there at $96. There's like a triple resistance. You see that double top on the candles plus that 200-day declining moving average. That could be like a magnet when you have multiple resistance levels in one area. So still bullish on the market, especially ARKK and IWM. Of course, QQQ SPY heading to all-time new highs eventually. So let's take a look. There are a couple ERs today. I'm not really going to focus on these two because, I've never ever traded CRM or SNO before. And CRM and SNO, I put it in the app this morning. Let me just check. What we had here. I think it was CRM they beat their guidance by 7%. And SNO also beat nicely, but I didn't see the guidance for SNO. So CRM beat by 7 and it's already up 9%. So what we usually like to do is find that arbitrage between that pre-market move and the magnitude of the beat. But the last few days, it hasn't been there. These stocks are going higher than the magnitude of the beat. So no opportunities that I'd like to jump on in terms of the earnings. It's just these gaps are too big. But if you go look at the chart here, let me just tell you, wow, 238.22. It's gapping above that 238.22, which is the resistance level. And I don't know. I'm not gonna. This is a tough one to play. Let's see what SNO is doing here. SNO is at 187. Maybe that hasn't moved to 193, but I think we got other better things to play. Because again, I only like playing the ERs if the magnitude of the move is below the magnitude of the guidance beat, and I don't see those for either SNO or CRM, so they're just not as easy to play in my opinion. All right, so let's go to our picks that we've been playing for the week. Tesla, we played this like a fiddle, got in Monday morning, and we sold yesterday. Our target was 246.70 and then 250. I did sell my trading shares between 247 and 252. Today, 12 p.m., we have the Cybertruck event. And let's see if we can find, my whole thesis was obviously sell the news. You want to sell before the event, right? We had that peak yesterday morning, so that worked out perfectly. But we got this event at 12, and it's just harder. And that's what I told you. I said the low-hanging fruit's going to be Monday morning through Wednesday, and then it's going to be much harder as the event comes. There's a possibility the event beats expectations, and then this thing just runs. So, I'm going to reserve judgment on this until the event. I'm going to be logging into the event, watching that, trying to gauge sentiment, trying to gauge what the expectations were on social media, and making a judgment call if this thing's going to be heading higher. Right now, you can see some resistance here. What's the top of this candle? 254.63. And obviously, yesterday's high around 252 plus, also a resistance level. And then where would support be on this? I guess that 50-day moving average. But you know what? What was this breakout? The top of these two candles were what? 244, 244. And was that yesterday's low? Also, like maybe around 244 is the support. But I'm not really inclined to play this at all at this point. Until I see the event at 12 p.m. I do have a feeling it's going to beat expectations, blow people away. So we're going to see about that. So it's on the watch, but not going to do anything with that. Okay, unless it like goes to the 50 DMA before the event, or unless there's a flush like at 9 a.m. Remember last night we had the go F yourself that Elon Musk made famous last night. And I saw some commentary that, oh my gosh, like Vanguard and BlackRock, they're going to dump Tesla stock. I don't buy that. But if they do, is destroying Twitter and then is going to have to sell Tesla stock to fund it. Remember, that's what causes Tesla stock to go down. It's not just a sentiment thing that he did something crazy. It's did he do something crazy enough that he's going to have to fund it out of his own pocket and sell Tesla shares. That's when Tesla goes down. All right. So I don't think we're there yet. I'll be watching for that over the coming days and weeks. If there's increased chatter that, oh my gosh, everyone pulled out advertising and now Tesla has a multi-billion-dollar haul and Musk might have to sell shares, that's when you can maybe start taking a speculative short bet on Tesla. But for now, just going to be watching this, and we'll make some judgments after 12 p.m. event. All right, we got some catalysts I want to talk about on small caps. So these micro caps, I haven't been focused on micro caps in a long time, and I'm starting to get interested again. It's November 30th. So we got some deals because of tax law selling. Then we get into the January effect coming up over here. Like I've been saying, the ideal time is like week of Christmas Eve is the ideal time to get in the most beaten up micro caps for a move through January. But, there could be instances like SMSI, for example, right? Garbage. SMSI, I see no hope for this at this point. Look at that chart. It's just, like this might bottom Christmas Eve week. But Drio, another one. So I got two to trigger that I increased my position on yesterday. One is Drio. Drio was up 25% yesterday. So you got to respect the technicals, right? You can't be like so dogmatic and say, I'm only looking at microcaps Christmas Eve week for the January effect. No, well, look, Drio broke the 20 DMA. All right. Not only that, but Drio has something else in its quiver, which is the launch of Aetna, which has been pushed back for like 18 months. But now the company's saying January 1st, Aetna is going to launch. And that's going to be an inflection point contract for the company if it actually finally happens. I spoke to the CEO of Drio yesterday. We're going to try to get him on for an interview next week. So I did add to my position on this 20 DMA break. And there was some news yesterday. They won a contract. Honestly, I don't know how significant this contract is. I mean, I don't think it seems that significant. You can take a look at it over there. I also put it in the story trading app. But in any case, breaking the 20 DMA plus launch of Aetna January 1st. So this one, I decided not to wait for Christmas Eve day, Christmas Eve week. And I increased my position yesterday. You have some resistance here at this candle at 133. After it breaks 133, well, you know what? Okay, maybe let's say 133 through 150 is an area of resistance, but I'm really looking at that 50-day moving average as a swing all the way to roughly 2. Now, that's a declining number, so we got to monitor that every day. But Drio, look, I contacted the CEO, and I'm like, hey, if Aetna's still on for January 1st, let's do an interview for a community. And he said, okay, let's do it. So, all right. So maybe Aetna's still on. All right. So Drio, that's one. Why did I jump to Drio? I was supposed to talk about Quick Iron. I started talking about microcaps because that's how I got into this. We haven't talked about microcaps lately, but now there's some, because look, also, we know all these risk assets are exploding. I created a watch list for risk, like GameStop, Carvana, Beyond AMC, all these crazy, highly shorted stocks that are exploding lately. The next thing after that, these are the higher quality risk assets, and then it goes to the lower quality risk assets are going to pop next as long as the market stays good, as long as RK and IWM and TLT stay above the moving averages. Then you're going to trickle down to the lower quality names. So Quick, I don't want to say Quick's a lower quality name, but it's a lesser known name. All right. So Quick, we've been on top of this since 2 earnings reports ago. Man, I've had a position throughout this entire move, but regrettably, I've been selling on the way up. I just wish I just sold. I kept the whole thing. Regrettably, been selling on the way up. I'm down to like a 20% position of what I've had. But man, we had great analysis, pre-earnings, post-earnings. So this is a microcap inflecting to profitability, and they had another contract this morning. And interesting, in this contract, the specific word that I like here, QuickLogic has been selected by a leading global semiconductor company. All right, that's all I care about. Leading global semiconductor company. That came out this morning. That's going to be positive for sentiment. Now, valuation-wise, it's starting to get stretched. I think we're talking probably PE of 30 at this point. If you analyze that 13 cents it just had last quarter times 440, 52. I do the math right, 52 times 20. Yeah, it's in between 20 and 25 PE right now on Quick. So it's starting to get, not as cheap as it was, obviously. Let's look at the technicals. Wow, this is an interesting chart on the monthly. Take a look at the top of this candle, $12.50. It broke $12.50 yesterday. Oh, no, this month. I'm sorry, not yesterday. So it broke $12.50. The next major resistance I see is the top of this candle, $16.66. And you have that 200. I rarely use the monthly, but this monthly is beautiful. Let me look at the weekly. The weekly not as clear. That monthly is beautiful on this. Look at where it's been. Look, this company's inflecting to profitability. They have also that massive deal with the Department of Defense, $70 million contract. together with SkyT. And now, with this added sentiment, leading semiconductor company, we always got into quick because, like, could this be our next Air, right? Air that went from like $250 to $50. Could this be our next Air? That's why we've been in it. I have to consider actually been selling quick and VTSI because I've been up on them to fund some of these hot movers. Like I got into Carvana and PayPal and TDoc yesterday, and we'll talk about those in a second. So I've been reducing some quick and VTSI to pay for it. But after that news this morning, I may have to try to find a way to increase my position in quick again. It's 12.95 by 13 in pre-market. I don't think this news is huge. I just think it's good for sentiment. They need these contracts. If you listen to the conference call last quarter, they need these additional contracts. The one announced this morning to maintain this 13-cent, 15-cent, quarterly EPS run rate. So it's not like the fundamentals necessarily got better. It's just that the sentiment improving here with the leading semiconductor company, and it could be a catalyst. So this is a candidate today. It is a candidate. We'll see at the end of the show if it ends up in the top 5. It is a candidate to outperform today and do well. So for me, I'm mostly swing trading now. I'm not day trading, so I'll be looking at maybe just adding to my quick position. IREN hit all our targets. Oh, my lordy lord. I'm so upset at myself that I didn't keep my initial game plan. It's been less than 2 weeks. It's triggered for us at $3, right? It's been on our radar for months, a couple months, because of the Goldman Sachs backing. There's a Bitcoin miner. So at $3, we gave you a target of $4. My plan was to sell half at $4, and instead I sold all at $4 because, or even like I sold. It got to like 393 and then like pulled back. This was, I don't know if it was Monday or last week. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's not going to get to 4. So I sold half at like 382, and then I kept my sell order for the other half at 399. And then boom. And we did tell you the other day, yesterday or early this week, if it hits 420, if it breaks 420, then we gave you a 5 target. All right. So if you weren't as dumb as me and you actually listened to my advice, you'd still be half in after it broke 4. And now is when you sell the other half at $5, in my opinion, over here. Look at that beautiful chart. It's $5. That's these tails over here. That's these wicks. That's where I was looking at when I said $5 would be the target. Broke above the 20 weekly moving average. Look, this can keep going. It had news this morning. I just don't know this area well enough. There's Bitcoin mining, so increases mining capacity to 8.3. This is not my area. Look at it. If you know about Bitcoin mining and what this increased capacity is, what they paid for it, the reason I like this was because of the Goldman Sachs buy rating. Okay, for a little tiny, like this is like this was a gold mine here. With our crypto stocks, we've been mostly focused on IREN. See, it's right at the top of the list, IREN, and it's been outperforming all the other crypto stocks by wide margins. So that was a gift that we found crypto. Could have kept it for 3 to 5, but it is what it is. Okay, anyway, still bullish Bitcoin, still got leaps in Bitcoin, still got a little bit of coin, also COIN. All right. So IREN, I would say it's time to get out, right? It doesn't mean it can't explode today. It has a lot of momentum now. Let's look at the chart here. We're at 5, like, okay, 511, 5. Look at that, 540. I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock make a move to 540 today. All right. There's been, and it looks like been institutional buying. It's been large bids. I've been watching the tape and the order book here last few days. Very, very large bids pushing this thing up. Not a surprise, right? If Goldman Sachs is behind this little $200 million market cap company, which is now $300 million, not a surprise that some institutions are accumulating. So this could make a move to 540 today, but I think that low-hanging fruit from 3 to 5, we nailed it. So congrats if you're in on that. All right. That might be a top 5 anyway for today to make a move towards 540, as we just talked about. Geo had a little bit of news. CEO is leaving. Now, that's usually very bullish news. If the stock has been down in the dumpster and then you get a senior executive change, that's usually very bullish for the stock. Now, this stock hasn't been down in the dumpster, so I'm not sure how the market's going to take it. It looks like a friendly departure, so I'm not sure the reason. I don't know if this was planned. So because the stock's already been up, this particular piece of news, I don't think is something we can count on being bullish. But we've already been in this. I'm still in it. On the monthly, lately I've been moving to monthly charts. I don't know why, but I have. Look at that. So on the monthly chart, we've been saying target of roughly 12 to 13. You see these candles here up at 12, so 12 resistance, and then that 200-month moving average at 1350. Highly shorted, lots of positive buzz around border security. There's a border security stock. Citron is out almost daily pumping this thing. now they're saying 15 to 20. Right, they were like 15 is what they've been talking about last few months. Now Citron, a notorious short seller, is long this stock, looking for 15 to 20 on this. What's the short position on it? 6.5 days to cover. All right. So Ted Cruz was out yesterday also talking about the terrorism threat. Was it last night or this morning? I guess it was last night, but it's making its rounds on social media this morning, talking about the terrorism threat and the danger of what's going on at the southern border. So that chatter is good for sentiment. And along with this technical break, I'm thinking we could swing this again to that 12 to 1350 level on Geo. Is that going to make it in the top 5? I'm not sure today. We'll see. We got 10 minutes left to figure out what that's going to be, but let's keep going. Teladoc and Carvana and PayPal. Oh, and Costco. Oh, geez. These are all interesting. So the thing is, Teladoc and Carvana, not usually my type of plays without a catalyst. These don't really have catalysts. And I know Kathy Woods had been buying some Teladoc, so that's good. We'll get into the charts in a second. But really, Teladoc and Carvana are here because of the rally in risk assets. All right, Carvana specifically, more so because of what GameStop's been doing. Let's just quickly look at the chart. GameStop over that 50 DMA. So we showed you all those 50 DMA breaks that we were getting all over the place yesterday. And Carvana, yesterday morning, it looked like, well, we did have a good call if you're day trading Carvana, but like this thing just exploded yesterday morning. We basically anticipated, we didn't wait for the 50 DMA break. We anticipated the 50 DMA break because of the sector. When I say sector, I mean the high risk stocks that have been exploding, moving over the 50. We're like, oh, Carvana's next. We were right, but it didn't hold it, unfortunately. Didn't hold that break, but I don't think it's over. Because of the macro we went through, the TLT, ARC, IWM, and because GameStop largely holding its gains, I just think it's inevitable. It's just a matter of exactly when. I think it's inevitable that you're going to close over the 50. And when you close over the 50 DMA, then Carvana, we gave you a target yesterday. I forgot what it was. It's probably on 40 or something. Yeah, those candles up here. Somewhere there's a gap in here too. You got to watch like 37 or so. But anyway, I did buy some Carvana as a swing. I'm still in it. That might make it into the top 5. So between Teladoc, Carvana, and PayPal, I'll get into Teladoc chart in a second. I did make PayPal my favorite one yesterday because we had like more fundamental data on buy now, pay later, and Affirm. So, and also crypto, right? PayPal has exposure to both buy now, pay later and crypto, and both of those have been surging. Let's just take a peek at Affirm, see how that's been doing lately. So Affirm's been flying, crypto's been flying, and PayPal is that the 50 DMA? Yeah, it just broke the 50 DMA. So that's your support level. Oops, let's go. And well, you have another support level here, this double top, although it closed below it, didn't it? So 50 DMA is at 56.06, but I'm comfortable swinging this. You broke the 50 DMA. That's a good place to swing stuff, in my opinion, especially in a bullish market. So PayPal still long this, and I'm looking for that gap to fill around $61 on PayPal. Teladoc also just broke the 50 DMA. That's your support at 1780 on Teladoc. And man, this is just a bullish. I really think you can swing risk assets after 50 DMA breaks, and you got the gap there. Well, you have some resistance here at 1950 first. All right, you got 1950 target, and then maybe the gap over there at like $20 or so on Teladoc. So I'm long Teladoc, Carvana, PayPal. Cost we got to talk about because it got and Air. So much to talk about today, and how we're going to pick a top 5. We'll see. All right, Costco yesterday. I don't know what sparked it, but there were a ton of analyst upgrades yesterday. November sales. I guess there was November sales data from somewhere. How do they report November sales if it's November 29th? I don't know how that works. Okay, so Costco reported November sales yesterday, and as a result of that, they had a number of upgrades. You can actually look in here in this feed, and I'll show you a bunch of them. Hold on, where are they? What? Okay, well, you can see Stifel Nicholas keeps their buy rating. I mean, there was a press release that had consolidated all of them. There are 3 or 4. You have Telsey raises from 600 to 625. And then what's not in here is Goldman Sachs, which someone sent to me, which I put in our app. So if you go to Story Trading app, there it is, Costco. I think GSCO is Goldman Sachs. We're buy rated on Costco. 12-month price target increased to 641 from 603. So a bunch of price targets on this data that came out on Costco. Price target increases. And if we look at the this is beautiful cup forming. So 604.54. That'll be my target on Costco as a swing. And it could then look for a cup breakout. Like that'll be fun. All right. So Costco definitely on the radar. And a lot of times when we give you these catalyst-based swing targets, a lot of times it hits those targets same day, which is insane. I'm not saying it will hit 604 today, but I guess it's a possibility. We've seen it happen so many times. Actually, it's up in pre-market, isn't it? It's 591. Okay, so close at 588. It's 591. What would a $15 move look like? $18 move on 587. Let's see. Oh, 3%. That's definitely possible. So yeah, that's my swing target. Who knows? It could happen today. All right. So Costco, interesting. All right, that we might have to keep near the top of our list. Then, oh my gosh, so much to talk about. 921. Air triggered for me yesterday. I've been a long time holder of Air. I was mostly out $25 on the way up, right? Held from 250 to 25. I've only had small size on the ride from 25 to 54. Now I'm starting to get back in. This is probably my biggest size since the initial run from 250 to 25. So it's below. It doesn't look great on the technicals here yet, right? It's below the 20 DMA. But this is what I want to show you. I've been talking about onsemi. Okay, so I don't know. onsemi is their largest customer. Air's largest customer is onsemi, which is basically Tesla, the end customer, right? So Air has been really depressed since this onsemi earnings report because of the silicon carbide forecast and EV forecast, which they said would be a little depressed in Q4, right? So this chart, Air has been following on tick for tick since the earnings report. Curiously, the last couple days, On has broken the 20 and had a big breakout day yesterday, but Air did not follow. Okay, so we triggered this yesterday. So I'm looking for it, and I looked at if On goes to where Air is, like basically the gap, the earnings gap. So the target's like $28. So I'm sticking with this today. I did a little more research on this just to show you guys. I mean, I knew it, but now I'll show you. If you go into the app and you go to Air, here it is. Or you just search for it, or you can just scroll down. There's a Seeking Alpha article that I put in here on Air that someone wrote a couple weeks ago, a month ago. But if you go, create a free account. All right, if you get your Seeking Alpha article account, there's a passage in there from the conference call of onsemi talking about the silicon carbide and EV demand. Okay, and that passage explains to you exactly why Air has been moving down tick for tick with onsemi. Not only that, by the way, the fundamental pillar, the forward PE is only 22 on Air. It's no longer expensive. All right, so I'm sticking with Air to say it's going to catch up on this move with onsemi. Also, Tesla obviously has been moving up in the last couple of months. So $28 price target on Air that triggered for me yesterday. I increased my position. I even bought some call options. So we'll see. And then CRISPR, of course, PDUFA date next Friday. So we're up big on this. I did take some opportunity to sell some on the spike yesterday. My plan is to be out more. I'm only going to risk, I don't know, maybe 1/3 of my original position going into the PDUFA date. But most likely it'll get approved, but you never know. All right, so that's the deal with that. That's next Friday. Get a run to 76.19, and then that next target was 79. Hopefully we can get 76.19 to that 200-week moving average at 79 by Thursday in the event anticipation run on that Friday PDUFA date. Okay, that was a lot. It's 9:24. Now we're going to see if we can kind of order a smaller focus list for today. And it's not going to be Tesla, obviously, because we don't know yet until the event. I got to say, still like Teladoc and Carvana. And Iron could do, it's just like I hesitate to put this up because we nailed this from 3 to 5. So do I want to be wrong? Do I want to be like, hey, I'm recommending again after it moved up 65%? I don't know if I want to be wrong on that, but take a look at this. It's looking really good. I really wouldn't be surprised if it makes a move to 540 today. But Carvana, Teladoc at the top of the list. Oh, I got to throw Costco up there as a possibility. And also PayPal and Air. Let's see what this looks like. All right. So Carvana, Teladoc, PayPal, Costco, Air. Let me just look at GameStop for a second and make sure we're still looking good there, because I think this will pave the path for Carvana. Still looking good, holding its gains. Okay. All right. So Carvana, Teladoc, PayPal, Costco, and Air. Oh, all right. Don't forget about Quick and Iron. Okay, I'm not. We didn't talk about gold and Bitcoin today. Oh well. All right, no time. Still bullish both gold and Bitcoin. Gold's breaking out, doing beautifully. Bitcoin's going to 48K. All right, so I think this will be our focus for now, right? And then what we're doing is, and I don't know if I'm going to continue this because haven't had a huge audience from 9:30 to 10, but we're going to hang on from 9:30 to not necessarily 10, but until we have market stabilization to make any changes, right? So starting at 9:30, not only are we looking at this top 5, but we're looking at Quick, Iron, Geo. I don't know if I'm looking at Tesla unless it hits like a support level before the event. So we're looking at everything on this list and to see if we want to make any changes, right? So we'll end the show sometime between 9:45 and 10 a.m. We'll make some changes if need be to the top 5, and then we're going to let you off on your own. All right. So that's the agenda for the day. If you have any questions, just throw it in chat. Any tickers you want me to look at, any news that I missed, let me know. Let me just check the app chat. Some people sometimes chat in there with questions during the show. No, Iron hits $5 target. Okay. And just check. All right. I'm going to pull up my account in case I want to make any changes. Like right now, I'm not doing any day trading, unfortunately. So I'm just going to be making changes to my swing and long-term allocations. I do that daily. Just slight modifications. So we'll be monitoring this. Costco down all of a sudden. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, that could be interesting because you could get a good entry at the open on Costco with all those upgrades. Let me just look at the macro, see if anything changed. QSPY, no, nothing changed. Everything's still stable. So that's interesting right now in Costco. Could get a nice entry right at the open. Oh, there's some comments in here. LFMD price target initiation might be of interest. CLS, you know what? I've never. It's a 929. I don't have time to look, but I've never heard of CLS. I know LFMD is like a competitor of SMSI, but I don't have. I'm not really familiar with them, and I think we got too much on our plate, so I can't really look at this. Thank you for dropping those ideas in. Keep it coming. Carvana, Teladoc, PayPal, Costco, Air, Quick. Quick and Iron, I have to say. I know they're down here in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the 6 and 7 position, but these might do really well. Actually, I said I have to increase my position in Quick, didn't I? I might do that here. Let me see. I still have a decent amount of Quick, but I used to have a ton of Quick. I also have some cash. Nice. Did some selling yesterday. All right, so it's 9:30. Oh, 12:46, 12:55. Quick on the drop. All right, let me just buy a little bit. I want to increase my position on this leading semiconductor company they got. Cool. I got some Quick at 12:50. Just increase. That's a swing. Iron, great, right? We got out at 492. All right, awesome. Tesla pulling back, so we'll watch that. If that gets too low before the event, I might get into Tesla. So Carvana, Teladoc at the top of our list, doing well, 1.4, 1.3%. I think this is an opportunity and quick, down 3.5%. Let's see what else we got down here. Oh, yes. On Semi, up another percent. CRISPR, 2.5%. Great. On Semi, so Air has got to catch up. It's curious that it hasn't, but I think it will. It's just a matter of time. Carvana, Teladoc, PayPal and Costco not really working yet. So with Carvana, I want to keep an eye on these risky stocks. GameStop pulling back. We also want to keep an eye on RK and TLT. RK, IWM, they're still both green. Let's go to the top picks. Carvana, Teladoc, PayPal. Okay, at this point, I have to say, I don't think Costco is going to explode today. Usually, when we play this game on analyst upgrades, you get that indication within the first couple minutes. You get a big move right out of the gate. So I'm thinking Costco may not trigger today. Come on, Air. So I'm gonna make a change already. I'm moving Air above Costco. And I just want to monitor on Semi a little closer because that'll help Air. So let's just move that up higher so we see where it's at. Nice. Iron's pulling back. Please go all the way to 4 so I can get back in. All right. Why is Air down? Come on Semi still green. So the only move I made so far today was buy quick at $12.50. Let me pull up the chart. Look at it a little closer. All right. Baba's below 52-week lows? Really? I haven't followed Baba. That's crazy. Let's take a look at Baba. Wow, really? $74.30. That's crazy. XXII. So some risk assets still doing well this morning. Oh boy. Tough day. Our number one pick, Carvana, is the only one staying green. Gotta look at these. Okay, as far as the swings, as long as PayPal stays above that 50 DMA, also you have a bullish cross. You see that 2050 bullish? So, all right, we have to go through some pain for a couple days. But as long as it stays above the 50, I like my swing position in PayPal. TDOC, same thing, 1776, and that's a buy. If you're not in it yet, 1776. If it hits that 50 DMA, that's a good entry. So today proven not to be a day that's straight up for some markets. But my one trade is still green. 1250 entry on quick. I guess we should move quick up. I guess we should move quick up on the list. Let's see. Yeah, we don't need Costco in there after it failed to trigger right at the open. Quick 1255. What am I looking at here? That's a 5-minute chart. No. Let's go to a daily chart. All right, I'm going to move Tesla up so we can monitor the downside. If it gets, I think 243 was a support level yesterday. Let me see. All right, got some support here at 242.75. 242.75. All right. I'll just be watching that. Costco flipping green. Come on. Costco's still on our list. Don't tell me this is gonna 588. Let's see. You know what? I think I may pick up some Costco for the longer term here. Oh, tough day. Everything pulling back. What's going on with GameStop down 4%? Carvana, what was the trade? Okay, Carvana, we got 31.85 support. Uh-oh. That's a key level. I got to be honest with you. I really don't want to see 31.85 break. We're right there right now. You can always have a tail below it, but if we close below 31.85, I might bail on my swing position on Carvana. So that's something to watch there. 31.85. It's also an intraday buy level, though, as well. 31.85. That might end up being a great buy if you're day trading. Macro, let's just see here. Nothing alarming. Risk still on. 31.85. That may have been the play. 31.85 pick up a Carvana. Still the top pick of the day for us. So Carvana at 31.85, 20 DMA support. It's been our number one pick all morning, and it's behaving the best, it looks like. Tesla, keep going down, man. Let me see. How cheap can we get this? If we get a 235, I'm in. All right, 235, 236. We're 241 now. I'm in Tesla anyway, long term. But as far as, did I sell all my trading shares on Tesla? Let me just make sure. I think I sold all the call options yesterday. Hold on. Yeah, I sold all the call options yesterday, and I just have long-term shares left. Okay, so no problem. 31.85. It's testing that again on Carvana. Now, intraday, it's really, for me, as more of a swing focus. I'm focused on the close. If it closes below 31.85, I you know what? I got to have some rules, and I may have to bail on Carvana if it closes below 31.85. See, all these little wicks, it never closed above that, below the 20 DMA, all of these. Yeah. They all close above the 20, and it's, yeah. So if we close below 31.85, we're at 31.78. I'll have to bail. Teladoc, PayPal still looking well above their support levels, so not worried about that. Tough day today. At this point, I'm just hoping Tesla crashes to 235, and I'll take a bet on that before the event. All right, let's see if we can find another support level before 235. 239, actually. Actually, forget about 235. Look at those candles here. 239.14 or something. What was the low of the day? 240.47. All right, I'm going to pull this up. Keep a closer eye on Tesla. 240.41 and 239-ish. You know what? I might go for Tesla today at 239. I'm moving this to the top so we can just monitor it closely. Put Carvana up there. 31.85. Breaking my heart here. Tough day. 31.85. Oh no, am I gonna have to bail on Carvana? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the day to finish. Gonna stay disciplined on that one. Gonna have patience for the day to finish on Carvana. Tesla. What other things can we do here? Geo chart has been freaking amazing. I'm okay with that. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Roku. Roku, we've been talking about this chart, so I'm swinging this for a huge price target. Like crazy. 140. what did I say? 140 to 170 in play on Roku. So, did I sell all my YPF? Hold on, let's check Argentina stocks. Hold on, YPF. Oh, you still have some YPF. Okay, YPF is up 0.7%. Oh, beautiful chart. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is crazy, this chart. Whoa, all right. I'm going to add more YPF. I think I'm going to do that. I do that right now. All right, just increasing my YPF position here by a little bit. Yeah. All right, that's my second trade of the day. Increased my YPF, and you should know the thesis on that. That's the Argentina energy sector with the expected deregulation. Oh no, Carvana. This is all right. Tesla. All right, Tesla. What is going on? Is the market crashing? What's going on? TLT Arca, not a big deal. It's just a pullback. Okay, pullbacks can hurt. That's for sure. All right, Tesla. Where's Tesla? 239.59. Let me zoom on in here. Oh my gosh, we played those call options perfectly this week. I think I'm going to go for it again. 239.16. All right, you know what? I'm going to play a little bit. It's going to start a very small Tesla call option position. Oh, it's already moving. I got to move faster, right? All right, I'm going to go a month out because I'll be swinging. So November 30th, we'll try. Actually, I'm going to go to January 5th. I like to be at or near the money. So I'll go 240. I think there's the same option I played earlier. Yeah. I'm just going to buy one for now. Okay. Okay. All right. Just got one. I want to leave room to average down a little bit on Tesla. This is just on speculation that the 12 p.m. show just wows everyone, and we can get an afternoon run. So, all right, that's Tesla. Teladoc and PayPal have. What is Air doing, man? It's not a pretty chart. But on is I'm sticking with my thesis. It may just take a catalyst, may take them a contract win to get this chart to look exactly like ON's. Sticking with that. Tough day today after like 5 really easy days for us. Okay, so I'm moving Tesla towards the top here because we did get that touch of the 239s. And then that next level, I was talking about 235, right? That's that 50 DMA. So 239 and 235 are the two big support areas on Tesla. Nice. We should be up nicely on those options already. Let's see. Well, one contract I got. Anyway, let's see. Let's see how they're doing. Yeah, up 2.5% already. All right. What was our other trade of the day? It was quick at 12.55. Oh, that didn't work. All right. Good thing we're just swinging that. So Tesla, Carvana 3185, YPF. It's 9:45. I have to start thinking at this point, maybe we're just going to play Tesla today. Maybe that's going to be the focus. CRISPR, let's see. We're waiting for next week to sell before the PDUFA date. On with. Oh, someone gave me. PDD is eating its lunch. It must be. Someone put a comment. Actually, I bought PDD earlier this week. Pinduoduo on the earnings, on the good earnings. And let's see. Had a couple. Everything's pulling back. It's just a market correction. So not really concerned. It's just things don't go up in a straight line. Tesla, yes, man. We picked up a nice pickup. Let's see. All right, now let's look for resistance levels. $242 right now. I can't day trade though. This is not a day trading account. Up 4.5% on this calls now. You know what? I'll have to day trade it today. I have no choice. I'll get flagged. Be one of my 3 or whatever. Doing this in my retirement account. All right. Iron just does not stop, man. Tough day to the upside. Really tough day. Even honest iron continues outperforming. Geo. All right, I gotta say, I added some YPF on this relative strength here, that beautiful chart consolidating, looking for that move up. Carvana, I'm looking to bail on my swing if it closes below 31.85 today. Okay, unfortunately, but we'll see if we can reclaim 31.85. Teladoc, PayPal, Air, I'm going to keep all of those swings. Quick, I'm okay picking up those extra shares at 12.50 because I've taken big profits on that on the way up. And I think we're going to leave it at that. It's 9:48. So as far as the rest of the day, not an easy day. If you could day trade, especially if it's before the event can disappoint too, right? So 235, 239 are key levels on support levels on Tesla. Those will be some nice places to pick up, 235 and 239. And the rest of the stuff, not looking pretty. Except iron, which I already sold. All right. Roku, Lilies, Celsius. Let's look at uranium. Just need a pullback. That's all it is. Market pullback. We don't go straight up. TLT, keep an eye on. No, it's good. Like the TLT can go all the way to 20 DMA. Not a problem. ARC can go down significantly to the 20 DMA and still be very bullish. As far as today goes, let's make some money on Tesla. And that's it. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Today, obviously, not as easy, not as good as the last 5 days or so, where everything we chose went straight up. I can't believe iron's back at 5. Oh, come on, man. Give me a break. Just correct to 4 so I can get back in. All right. So that'd be crazy if it hits 540. We talked about that earlier today. But anyway, that's the end of our show today. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.